everyone. How are you? So, what are we doing today? Well, going over Chantal's last live, which she's now deleted, the one entitled We're Good. So, for those who are just trying to keep up with all things Foodie Beauty and you want a recap of yesterday, Foodie Beauty, she was live streaming literally all day long. I had a hard time keeping up with her. I was trying to crank out the reacts as fast as I could between doing different things around the house, doing housework. And I got to tell you, by the end of it all, I was exhausted to the point where her last live were good. I couldn't even cover it. I was just too drained. So I just thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to wait till tomorrow because I just don't have any gas in my gas tank. I'm ready to just fall into bed. So let's just wait till tomorrow. Well, I got up this morning, had a little bit of a headache, got my coffee, got my breakfast, did some housework. By the time I got done with it all, the live was gone. But thankfully enough, and thanks to some of the clip channels, I managed to find the deleted live on a channel called MALARKEY METER. So big thanks to you clip channels, you archive channels like MALARKEY METER and Piggy and Marley Hendricks and Just Saying, you guys are the real MVPs because sometimes we reactors, we just can't be around for Chantal when she does her lives. And we can't be there for every single moment. And you guys really save our butts because if we want to react to her and she's deleted it, where else do we go? So big thanks to MALARKEY METER, Just Saying, Piggy, Marley Hendricks, all of you wonderful clip channels. You guys are amazing. So let's see. Where do we even start? Chantal did her lives, and then she did a live basically giving the impression that everything between her and Salah was over, that they broke up. Interestingly enough, not less than an hour later, she did another live called We're Good. So, the breakup did not last for long. If you want my opinion, though, I don't think they broke up at all. I think maybe Chantal just got angry because Salah wasn't picking up the phone and she just had herself a little temper tantrum. Or perhaps she got on live and started fake crying because she wanted Salah's attention and was manipulating him and manipulating her audience to care for her and to give her a pity party. It's not a good look. Also, something interesting happened as well. Salah wrote a couple of very, very interesting messages, one of which points in the direction that Foodie is telling him what to say to her in his live. So I'll tell you guys what. I'm going to pull up my Twitter. We're going to look at that first because I've been saving stuff all over the place on Twitter. I want to show it to you guys. So there's my Twitter right there. For anyone else who's on Twitter, you want to find me on Twitter, there it is, Wild Girl Sarah. Let's start with Miss Taylor Vaughn. She says, now hear me out. I know a lot of you are mad because Foodie Beauty never pays for her actions. What if she is her own karma? She is trapped in a body that is failing her. She is alone, no friends, dirty house to live in every day in that misery. That is her karma. She lives in her karma. Yeah, a lot of people have been waiting around for the knockout punch. That is to say, they're waiting for something big and severe to happen to Foodie. But in my opinion, karma's already been at work on Foodie for quite a while. Like everything is falling apart slowly. If there is such a thing as karma, sometimes karma doesn't come in and give a knockout punch. If you're a horrible person, sometimes it will make you suffer the way that you make everybody else suffer. So it'll start to dismantle things slowly. And I've seen different signs that karma's been at work on Foodie. Her finances are falling apart. We all know about the bankruptcy hearing, obviously, that did not go well. Speaking of that, I've been noticing something, Foodie. I've been noticing that you've not been getting as much takeout, that you're not picking up your phone and using the Postmates Uber Eats app, that you've been paying a lot with cash. I got a theory about that because theories are allowed. I think, madam, that when you went to the bankruptcy hearing and things did not go your way, the bankruptcy was not taken down, that perhaps you did not report all of your income. And because you didn't, you have to pay back the difference. And you know that if you use your debit card, that leaves a paper trail straight to your bank. So, my opinion, my theory, I think that you are going to the ATM to get whatever cash you need. And that way you can pay with cash and nobody knows what you use the cash for. You don't want to put any charges on your debit card because then whatever agency wants to look it up, they can go to your bank statement and see what the money was actually used for. So, yeah, I've been noticing that with Foodie, that she's paying a lot for a lot of things with cash. A lot of things. She's not really whipping out the debit card like she used to. So, there's been some consequences already for her overspending and her excessive lifestyle. Her health is certainly not in a good place. She has to pay guys to be around her because she's just gotten so grotesque. I mean, karma has been at work on her. Karma is sitting at a corner table in the shadows, watching her, getting on her cell phone and texting up Justice and saying, "Hey, Justice, do you see this one?" And Justice is texting back saying, "Yeah, I see her. Been seeing her for a while. Let's get to work on her." And so they have been quietly, silently, but still it's happening. It's just happening slowly. Okay, so this is from Kristen. Kristen says, so now that Salah proved he is being fed lines to type in her chat, do we think Foodie Beauty chose this one for herself or that she just told him to Google love quotes? So this is from lovequotes.com. And this is something that Salah said to Foodie in her chat. This came directly from a website. There it is. Maybe Foodie was just copying and pasting nice things and sending it to Salah, telling him to say it or copy and paste it. The links that this woman will go to make people feel that she's in love with somebody. Okay, so this is from Katie. Katie says that BS Chantal pulled last night wasn't to manipulate the audience. It was to manipulate Salah. They were in a fight and she wasn't getting her way. So she came online and publicly cried to force him to respond the way she wanted him to. It's pretty sick, actually. Yeah, and we've seen this pattern before, haven't we, everyone? We've seen the same pattern before with Natter, because that's what she did with Natter. You know, she's like a gigantic toddler that she wants her way, she wants what she wants, and if you don't give her what she wants, she's going to go after you. She's going to humiliate you. She's going to embarrass you. She's going to use her public forum and get in front of a public to make everyone feel sorry for her, to get on her side, and to also make money. So whatever was going on with her and Salah, she was basically putting the shoulder on him, so to speak, for him to apologize and stick with her. It's like she's almost forcing him to be with her. Be with me, or I'm going to get in front of my audience and get them all riled up and get them after you. It's you can't do that, Chantal. You cannot emotionally hold people hostage to be with you. It ain't right. You can't pressure people to be with you. So this is from the second live, which I'm going to review, the we're good live. You know, a lot of people were upset because what she did last night was clickbait. Straight up clickbait. She did a live and came on fake crying. And then not even an hour later, she was back to being okay. But you know what? During the It's Over live, she was laughing. I watched her laugh. And I'm like, this is so out of bounds. When you break up with somebody, you are just straight crying. You're not sitting there laughing at the same time. But that's what she was doing. And I'm like, this feels so fake. This feels so fake. She was laughing way too much. It was almost like she was pulling a prank on everyone, her audience, the reaction channels. And you know what, Chantal? You're stupid. You're really, really stupid. You're greedy, but you're stupid even when you're greedy because you're not as good of an actress as you think you are. You could have done this, it's over shtick for 3 or 4 days, gotten whatever money out of it, and then changed it. You could have just run with that for a minute, but not even like the next video, and we're good, we're okay. She's so concerned with having a gotcha moment on the reaction channels, and I'm going to show them, versus just running with something and making money with it. She's not that smart. Florida Salt in Sass says that stunt last night was manipulative AF and still has me irritated. I hope she goes back to Kuwait early and finishes hurting her channel ASAP. Well, that's what I want for. I want for her to go to Kuwait, give up her car, give up her cats, give up her roommate, put herself in a position where there's no way back, and live a life of misery with Salah. I really hope that happens because she would deserve that. If Salah isn't smart enough by now to know what this woman is about and that he should stay away, I mean, there's going to be no telling him. He's going to have to learn. He's going to have to learn that some people you just don't make friends with and you don't associate with. She is obsessed with clinging to him, and if he's going to allow it, knowing and seeing what she is, then can he be helped? No, not really. Oh, Lord, is this about BBJ? Yeah, I'm not going to play that. I know there's a lot of people in my audience. You guys are as sensitive as I am to the whole BBJ situation. I'll just say this very, very briefly. I promise I won't go on and on about it. I think that all the stuff going on right now is a deflection from what she really plans to do with the cats. And that's all I'll say. You guys can interpret that any way you want to. Uh, Hidden Truths says, Foodie Beauty, there's no way she earned 95K subs when she buys them. She bought another 300 and deleted another 20K views. How can she have that many subs? The views don't add up. So this looks like Social Blade. Oh, look at all these plus 100s. 100, 100, 100. Oh, buying subs again, are we, Foodie? I don't even know why you waste your money, girl. Because you know the YouTube bots are going to pick up on it. Now, a lot of people might ask the question, if she can buy subs, why would she only buy 100? Well, that's because if she bought more than 100, the bots would probably pick up on it faster. You know, buying small amounts, it kind of gets by the bots a little longer. But still, if the YouTube system catches it, whatever subs you bought, they're going to get rid of. So you're wasting your money, Foodie. You're wasting your money. And for those who are going to ask the question, can you buy subs? Can you buy views? Yes, there are plenty of sites out there where you can do that. Do I recommend that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It's just a waste of money. Best thing to do is just to have a channel, do it the right way, do it organically. I don't know why, but Foodie is just determined to get to 100K, even if she has to buy the subs. But yeah, you're buying subs again, Foodie. Girl, we see you. I wonder what your trustee would think of that. Okay, this is from Book Lady Bees and Miss Anthropope. Now, this is the only time that Foodie used StreamYard, the program that I'm on right now. StreamYard does not have a bazillion filters. It has no filters. This was her like a while ago with no filters. Hey, do you see a pointy chin? Do you see a pointy chin? Where's the pointy chin? And remember, this was ages ago. I'm sure that she's gotten bigger since then, but do you see a pointy chin? Do you see any kind of big eyes? No? How about like flawless ivory skin? Nope, not there either. This is unfiltered, Foodie. This was a while ago. Let's play the clip.
What? What is this?
Yeah, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed to see herself without the filters.
I don't understand.
That was the one stream she did on StreamYard. It lasted for like less than 2 minutes, as you can see. Then she turned it off because she felt embarrassed.
What is this?
That's the real you. That's what that is. You don't like it?
I don't like this
Remember, Foodie, you're hotter than 90% of us on YouTube. You don't like what you see?
crap. This is weird. I'm on StreamYards. I'm a friggin' streamer now. What? Okay, like,
She doesn't like the way.
hi, Mego, Selena, Pamela, Rita's Juicy. Look at my hairline. I should have did my hair for this. What's going on here? It sounds weird.
See, she doesn't know how to cope. Seeing her real reflection, she doesn't know how to cope.
Hi,
She's so used to seeing the filtered self versus the real self that it's just a big shock for her.
Lily. I feel 80. I don't know how to work technology. Brandy, do you guys like this?
So that's the real Foodie. Well, it was. I'm sure she looks a bit different now. She's gained a lot of weight since then, but this was the one and only time she used StreamYard. If StreamYard came with her face app filters, I'm sure she'd be using it a lot more often, but she sticks with her phone because the phone that she has the filters built in. Plus, she uses face app. Okay, this is also from Hidden Truths, and this was from the stream last night. Foodie Beauty said if Salah wanted a gummy, she may give him one if he wanted to try. At this point, he's better off in Kuwait. So why I saved this clip is I remember Foodie used to go over to Natter's place, and she kept trying to feed him gummies, like just trying to get him to do gummies. And he asked her once on stream, like, why do you want me to do these? He wasn't interested in the gummies. And she said, because I want to take advantage of you. It was really creepy to hear her say that. It's very predatory. So what are you saying, Foodie? In order for a guy to be with you intimately, he has to be drugged up, it would seem so. But now she's trying to get Salah to do gummies. And it's you know what? Whoo. I got some stuff to say on that. I can't believe someone like Foodie who claims that she was a victim of SA and DV would act that way with other people. How can a victim of severe trauma like that be that predatory to other people and want to put them in a position where they are under the influence, like just pressuring people to be under the influence so maybe something could happen? Like, what kind of a real victim would have that mentality? But let's play the clip.
I don't know, A plus. Maybe. Like, if he really wants to try it.
I don't think he wants to try it. I think you want him to try it. So maybe he might be feeling a certain kind of way and want to actually be intimate with you. And Foodie, if that's the only way you can get guys to be intimate with you, that means they don't really want you. And you're a predator, and you're sick, and you're disgusting.
Wouldn't mind to keep you.
Makes my stomach turn. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, this is courtesy of Holly Go Heavy, and this is Pulpy. Hey, Pulpy. Good to see you, sir. Foodie Beauty should not be in a relationship. Imagine talking to your spouse like this. She had a meltdown last night thinking they broke up, filmed it, and went live for attention all over Salah, not liking one thing she said. Reminder that meds don't help personality disorders. I am not here to diagnose Foodie. I don't know what all is wrong with her. I know that there might be several issues, but it's not my place to say what they are. But let's play the clip from Holly Go Heavy and Pulpy.
This blue pot. What were you jealous of? We won't talk about that. Sometimes negative disagreements become a strong positive vibes relation. Yeah, like now you know what makes me freak out and become psycho, right, babe? And you'll never do it again. And then I know what makes you.
Whew, Jesus, red flags. Oh boy.
Yeah, like now you know what makes me freak out and become psycho, right, babe? And you'll never.
Yeah, it's like, you know what, Foodie, you have a pattern. You get with a guy, you get wrapped around them, you're clingy, you want 100% of their attention. And you don't care if they have friends or family or things to do or work to do or if they're sleeping. You want it when you want it. Your need for attention is just out of control. You don't acknowledge that people are people and they've got things to do. And you flip the F out if they don't answer the phone. You automatically assume that they're out cheating or something, that they're doing you dirty. They could just be going to the bathroom, woman. Give people a chance to breathe. This is why you're not good in a relationship, because you suffocate people. You suck the life and the oxygen out of them to the point where they have to run away just to breathe again. Calm yourself down. Okay. This is from Katie. Katie says Chantal doesn't target foreign men because of their culture, religious values. She targets them because she views them as easier victims to control. Not only is she making a mockery of the cultural religion, she also views the men as less than. It's so racist and absolutely vile. And I agree. I've been having the thought for quite a while that I'm not saying that she can't be attracted to men from other countries. There are lots of beautiful men and women in many different countries. There's beauty all over the world in every shade, every color, every gender, every shape. But Foodie, she's a control freak. Our Foodie is a control freak. She always wants to have the upper hand. And so she targets men, I feel, that she feels are easier to control, that maybe they're at a disadvantage somehow, that perhaps they do not have a good grasp of the English language, or they don't have a solid footing in the States somewhere, or they're in need of money. I think she looks for men that she feels are weaker or at a disadvantage in some way to take advantage of. She's never looking for a guy that is solid and stable, that has his own job, has his own car, can make his own way. She doesn't want those men because those men are not going to want her and they're not going to put up with her. So she finds men to take advantage of, that she puts them in a position where they depend on her and so they can't run away. So I agree with that, Katie. I really do. Katie also says, if it was a man who was stalking, harassing, manipulating, controlling, abusing, etc., that he'd be called a dangerous predator, and there would be a concern that one day he might escalate. The fact that Chantal is a woman doesn't change the fact that she's a dangerous predator. Agreed. A predator could be a man or a woman, and both can be equally dangerous. But I and a few other people have been saying for a while, this woman is a predator. She is. She has stalked men in the past. She's gotten obsessive. She's controlling. She's manipulative. She's dangerous. She is dangerous. Okay, this is from Rocky Go Abouts. This was something that Salah said in the chat last night. He says, I will slap you so hard, baby, when you come here for real. Imagine that. Imagine a husband saying that to his new wife, and especially a new wife that, according to Chantal, has a history with DVNSA. Imagine saying that to your wife who has been through that. Why would he say that? That's inappropriate. Whether you've been a victim of DV or SA or not, that's still highly inappropriate. Why would you say that to your wife, Salah? Why would you say that? Tell you what, if I were married and my husband said that to me, we're getting divorced. That attitude just wouldn't fly. Okay, what else we got here? So Hidden Truths says Foodie Beauty. So Chantal adds a video saying season 2 is coming soon of Kuwait. So she admits that the Kuwait arc was scripted and they're not truly married. She wouldn't call it a show if it wasn't a show, it's life. Exactly. Thank you for saying that, Hidden Truths. After everything that happened last night, it's pretty obvious that a lot of the stuff that we see with Chantal, it's essentially scripted. It's planned out, it's talked out. It is. And there's also something else that Salah said that we're going to go over a minute to show even more so that it's all scripted and planned out. But yeah, she did say that the Salah and Chantal channel, season 2, talking about it as if it was a show rather than a relationship and vlogs that you're doing on YouTube. But Katie says, Chantal read this comment and giggled. Oh, she did? So she giggled. The same woman who claims that she flinches when her husband comes near her face because she was a DV victim. Screw you, Chantal. I second that thought, Katie. That's why I got so angry on Erie's panel not too long ago, and I popped off on her because she's making a mockery of DV and those who've actually been through it. I take great offense to that. She thinks everything is a joke. She thinks everything is content. It's really disgusting. Okay, this is interesting. Y'all pay attention to this. This is courtesy of Hey Girl Hey. So here's the comment by Salah. He says, FFG, if you read this, just to let you know that you are, notice the quotes. Notice the quotes. Quote, you are totally disgusting and nothing without Queen Chantal's content, end quote. And at the end, get a life, racist loser. Salah forgot to edit out the notes portion of his script. This is painfully obvious. There's freaking quotations. You're totally disgusting and nothing without Queen Chantal's content. And at the end, get a life, racist loser, his posted comment. Salah was supposed to repeat only what was inside the quotations. Then, of course, follow her instructions to add, at the end, get a life, racist loser. Because this is two morons plotting together, they're outed and now we know she really fancies herself. So Chantal tells Salah what to say. She will send him a message or send him a script and tell him what to say in chat. And remember that earlier tweet I showed you? The one with the romantic talk, and that came directly from a romantic quote site. So she probably sent that to him too. So it's not scripted, y'all. It's not faked. Remember what I said a while ago about the fact that Chantal is not stupid. She is stupid in a lot of ways. But when it comes to scamming, when it comes to grifting, when it comes to creating the drama on YouTube and making money, she's not that stupid. She's not a genius when it comes to covering her tracks. But at the same time, I don't think she cares. She doesn't care if she's messy. She doesn't care if she's sloppy. She makes money any way she goes. And it's really backwards because she'll make money, but then again, she doesn't take that money and do something positive with it. She's not got a house. She doesn't have a good car. Her finances are a mess. So she goes through all this trouble to make money for what? For the next Uber Eats meal? For the next binge? It would seem so, like just making money to support her habits, but really not to set herself up for later. But yeah, look, here is Chantal telling Salah what to say. He's just doing, I guess, the job that he was paid to do. Bubble Butt Booty Meat Jones says, it's the and at the end that really made it clear to me that this was Chantal feeding him lines. Yep, yep. And you have to wonder, was she doing the same thing with Natter, telling him what to say? I mean, he did say not too long ago that when he and Chantal were going back and forth, that she offered him half her paycheck to continue the drama. So she has made her own reality show here on YouTube. And it wouldn't be so bad if she said up front, this is all fake, it's just for entertainment. But she comes off like this is her real life. And there's real reason to be concerned about her. There's a lot of emotional manipulation going on her channel. She gets people really upset, really concerned for her, and then lets everybody run with that. And it's not fair. People that come on YouTube to be scammed and manipulated, they just want to be entertained. Okay, now this is a great video. I watched a little bit of it. Book Lady B's Foodie is on a budget. She has to pay back her surplus income, everything she makes over what it takes to maintain a reasonable lifestyle. She's not on a payment plan. So let me just go ahead, and this is a very short video. Let's see what the video says.
Stephanie.
Oh, wait, I can't play it because there's music there. I don't want to get slapped for the music. But essentially, in a nutshell, what the video says is that when her going through her bankruptcy hearing, they take into account what it takes for you to pay your bills and pay your rent. And anything over that is surplus income. And Chantal had a lot of it, which I don't think she reported. And then that got found out. And so now they're keeping an eye on her. That's why she can't whip out her debit card the way she used to, and that she's paying everything for cash. Okay, that's a repeat. Okay, this is from Hidden Truths and okay, shut up, Chantal. This is from Hidden Truths and courtesy of French Fry Girl. Let's listen.
I know. He meant on the butt, right? Chantal's love arc, member for 3 months. It rubs the lotion on its skin. What? They said repeat.
West Coast Squirrel, thank you for the super chat.
Why are people so serious? Yeah, I know. He never slaps me. You guys would know. If I told you this, you don't think I would freak out if he smacked me? I told you when what's-his-face smacked me over Octopus, so don't worry about it. I would tell you, what is my life? Oh my gosh, I need to get offline.
So she just described something that happened between her and Natter, and she was giggling about it. Another indicator that she's lying, she's faking, she's been faking and lying. And I could get angry right now, Chantal, and go off about that because that makes me so infuriated. But I've got a little bit of a headache. And I don't want to go off. I don't want my head to pound. So I'll just say this calmly. You are disgusting. You are a disgrace to all true victims, to all true survivors. You are a disgrace. It's disgraceful and it's disgusting that you are trying to profit off of not only fake trauma, but opening up the wounds of other people who've actually lived through that trauma. And my trauma and the trauma of others is not your paycheck. It's not right for you to walk up to people, open up all their scars, and profit off of their pain. It's not right. And if you think this is all fun and games, wait till karma gets a hold of your big butt and pays you back for all that. It's already happening. It's happening slowly. I'm watching it go down. I'm just sitting back here with my popcorn and my coffee, sipping my coffee right here, right now. You're rotten and you're evil and you think everything's a joke. Well, life is going to show you very soon that a lot of things are not a joke. And you're not going to be laughing. But you over there laughing about DV. I don't have any words for that. I really don't. Okay, so that's it for everything on Twitter. It took a little while to get through. Sorry about that, but there was a lot to go through. So this is the Okay We Are Good deleted stream. We're not going to watch it all, just a portion. But this was the stream that Chantal did directly after the we're done live stream, like directly after it. She didn't wait a day or 2 days, directly after it. I mean, she was on a tear last night. She was on an absolute tear, just one live stream after the other, to the point where I got burnt out. So we're gonna watch some of this, and you guys can tell me what you think. Let's go.
I lost it, like legit. And I just like borderline personality disorder. Well, I don't know if I have something. I don't feel right in the head right now. And I don't feel like. So then, whenever I got off of here, I interpreted it. Basically, he said, like, I asked him, like, after he was really mad, like, do you love me? And the impulsivity is a problem, really. You know, baby. And he was like, I guess like the way he worded it, but I like misinterpreted it like as, because he didn't like directly say I don't love you. It was like after what you said kind of thing, like questioning, like even just that like made me freak out. Hi TM, Sam Keith. Hi guys, I'm sorry to like, I don't mean to like play with people's emotions. I'm just really not well, so.
I don't mean to play with people's emotions, but yet you do it anyway. You do it anyway. If you're having a bad moment, why don't you keep yourself off camera, get yourself together, see what's going on before you come on camera and get people concerned. You don't have to report everything as soon as it happens. You can just take a step back, get yourself together, and then come on camera. I think everything you did yesterday, it was clickbait. It was absolute clickbait. It was emotional manipulation of your audience and of Salah. You were using the fact that you have a public forum because you wanted to have yourself a little pity party, and you wanted people to pay for your supposed pain. And you made a lot of super chats yesterday. But you know what's going to happen, Chantal? When you and Salah really break up and you're really crying, nobody's going to believe you. Have you ever heard that story, that the boy who cried wolf? Yeah, that's going to happen to you too.
I'm not sick, but I'm not well. No, I'm not, Luann, actually. I wish. Salah magically loves me. But I don't think he ever stopped loving me, obviously. It's just like couples fight and they don't put it online.
No, and that's not the way you should do it. You want a real relationship, Foodie? Do you? If you have a real relationship, you don't take your personal business and put it out on Front Street on a public forum. If you're fighting with your husband, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you keep it quiet. You talk to each other, you work it out. You handle it privately. Do you know how to do that? How to handle things privately? That's how it's done. You don't run directly to the internet and cry about stuff. This might be a foreign concept to you, but a relationship is supposed to be a private, personal thing. You don't need an audience for everything you do.
But we don't fight much, so whenever we do, I guess it's a really big thing. Like this was our.
So you don't fight much. So your first instinct with your one really big fight is to run to your audience and try to what? Humiliate him, embarrass him, pressure him to make up with you, to make good with you so that he won't leave. That's the way you handle things. No wonder you can't keep a man around.
Our first real fight. So I will spank and slap her when she comes here. I will look forward to it. No, I'm. What did he say? Like, basically, like, I asked him if he loved me in the middle of him being very angry, and he was like, you asked him, like, after what you said kind of thing, and I was like, you know, like, how can you even joke about that or even allude to that? Like,
you know, when she says that in the middle of their fighting, she asked him, do you love me? That feels manipulative. It really does. You're in the middle of arguing and you're going to say, "Do you love me?" Something in the back of my head says to me that when she asks that question, she's trying to test if the person she's arguing with, if she's got influence over them. Does that make sense? Like, do you love me? Because if you love me, you'll put up with me. If you love me, even though I'm mean to you, you won't leave. It feels manipulative. Like trying to test to see if they feel something for her. Because if they feel something for her, if they care for her, she's going to use that as a weapon against them.
Like, not loving me. How dare you? Sorry, Flop Bear. I put eyeshadow on because I was going to wear a blue turban to talk today. Girl, I told my husband to get out of my face when he told me he loved me and he did nothing. It's life. Ah, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. I honestly, listen, like, this is why, honestly, like, you guys make me feel better. And Mr. Moo, too! Welcome back to Information. Hi, Mr. Moo. Meg, welcome to Information Recipes. So I just feel like I'm really sorry. You should really takes your views ridiculous. Yeah, well, that would I have to, yeah. Trust me, I'm
Ooh, she just admitted it. Did y'all catch that part that was just said? So somebody in her chat said that basically her doing the "It's Over" stream, that was for clicks and views. And she didn't automatically deny it, did she? Yeah, well, yeah, that's exactly what you did it for. You wanted money, you wanted attention. Maybe you and Salah had a bit of a tiff, and you decided, you know what? I'm angry, I'm raging, and I know that rage is profitable. So I'm going to come online and act like I'm mad and produce some fake tears. And don't think, Chantal, I didn't notice you taking that tissue and jamming it in your eyes to make yourself cry. Yeah, I noticed that too, girl. I noticed it. A lot of people noticed it. You were forcing yourself to cry, trying to get those fake tears out. You did it for clicks and views. You did it for attention. You did it to get Salah's attention. It's emotional manipulation. I'm going to get my way, even if I have to force and pressure someone to talk to me. I'm going to do it. And you did it. And then the two of you are talking. And then you're going to come on camera. I'm fine. You were never in true distress. You were just throwing a temper tantrum and making money off of it.
doing something, don't worry. It's not a fight, it's a disagreement. It's
You know what? Any other person that did something like this, acting all the way the fool online, would feel embarrassed. Any other person would get back on their stream and go, you know what, guys, I was completely out of pocket. I was out of line. I got upset and I snapped and I shouldn't have snapped and I exposed you guys to this. And I'm so sorry for acting all the way a fool. Not Chantal. She thinks it's funny. It's a big old joke.
why would that even be said? And the minute it was misinterpreted, why wasn't it clarified? Of course my love does not change. Because, like, I just kind of freaked out and went live right after that happened. Mary Poppins.
That's because she's afraid of losing him. She is so clingy that any thought, any mention, any whisper of a man leaving her or pulling away from her, she freaks out. She freaks out. Do y'all remember that stream that she did? Her and Natter were going at it. And it started out with Chantal trying to play games with Natter. And he was calling her, she wasn't picking up her phone. So then he got sick of that. She started calling him, he wasn't picking up his phone. And she lost it. And she got in her car, she drove to the trap house and parked, and she got out of her car, was peeping in the windows and trying the doorknob because she wanted to see if anybody was home. That is Chantal, Miss, I just have to get into his house. That one, this predator of a woman, that once you're a man and she likes you, she will never let go. She will never let you escape. If you try to get away, she's going to try and punish you. She's going to force you to stay with her, because if you don't, she's going to get on her YouTube channel. She's going to talk about you. She's going to humiliate you. She might like silently signal her VIBs to come after you wherever you are, using her VIBs and her viewers as her own personal army. This woman she's wrathful, vengeful, jealous, spiteful, bitter, hateful, angry. If this were a man, she'd be in jail for all that behavior. The fact that she's a woman changes nothing. She's still a possessive, controlling, clingy predator.
Messy wings and wheelchair bees. Flex chaos. I knew it was all fine. I even said, get off, breathe, and go talk to him. I'm very impulsive and I freak out. Megan, what eyeshadow? On another note, hi Norma Jean. It's this blue one. Scuba dive and sea sparkle. It's all messy. So, babe, let's not ever fight ever again, okay? And I think, I don't know if anyone else is like.
I think, I'm just going to throw a theory out there. I think that Chantal and Salah got on the phone or something, and maybe from the very beginning, it was all just a paid arrangement. Role play, if you will. Role play before she got to Kuwait, role play in Kuwait, role play still when she got back. And maybe they got on the phone or texting, and he just reminded her, hey, this is just an arrangement. This is just a business transaction. And she got angry and lashed out. Perhaps that was the same deal when she was with Nader. She approached him and said, look, if you hang out with me, if you engage in this drama for content, for views, for money, I'll cut you in. I'll give you some cash. It's just a paid arrangement. There's nothing really intimate here. And Nader agreed, but then she caught feelings and things got messy. And that might be the same situation now. She doesn't like to be reminded that it's just a paid arrangement. There's no real love or feelings attached. She lashes out when you remind her, hey, remember, it's this way versus another way. I think she makes these business transactions and arrangements because she's looking for a way into a guy's life. And she thinks that if she stays past a certain point, they're going to get attached, and none of them do. And then that's when she lashes out.
Like this, but being in love is, especially I'm still ill. Sorry, babe. Being in love makes you crazy, like, or it makes me crazy. Like, I just become.
Maybe then it's not a good idea for you to be in love. Maybe it's not a good idea. You're not in it. Chantal, listen. Woman to woman, female to female. And I'm older than you. I'm 52 years old. You're 38. Woman to woman, you are not in a place to be in love with anybody, to be in a relationship with anybody. You need to get yourself together. You are a mess. Your finances are in ruins. You don't even know where you're going to live now. You've got so much to take care of. You need to straighten yourself out. You want to be in a happy relationship first. You have to get yourself together. You have to fix your life. You got to fix yourself. If you do all that, you might have a chance of being in a relationship with a man. But as long as you're walking around with all these issues, addictions, problems, you're going to basically self-sabotage yourself or any relationship you get yourself into. Nobody wants all your mess. Nobody wants you and all the baggage that comes with you. Nobody. It's too much. You get clingy. You suffocate a person to the point where they can't breathe without your permission. How is that going to lead to a successful relationship or a happy life? It can't. It can't. You suck the life out of people. because you have no life, because you have no sense of self. You need to find it. Stop trying to live vicariously through other people. Stop attaching your self-worth to whatever guy you put yourself into. It's not their job to fix you. It's not their job to be the focus of your world. Everybody's going to go out and live. Everybody should have their freedoms. It's not right for you to put yourself in a position to where you're constantly taking the freedoms of other people. You hold people hostage emotionally, mentally. It's not right. All because you just won't go out and live.
So irrational sometimes. I'm traumatized from the last man. This is all BS. Excuse me? Lilith, you can go suck a fat egg.
Oh, by the way, even though the chat portion is not with this archived video, and again, thank you, Malarkey Meter, for posting it. And I will be posting the link for Malarkey Meter's video in the description. Please check it out. Please check out Malarkey Meter's channel. For those that do not know, this was VIB chat, not open chat. So she's talking this way to her VIBs, paid members.
As if it's all fake.
It is. I just showed screenshots. I just showed the screenshot, Chantal, where Salah or somebody, whoever's behind that account, copy pasted quotes from a site to say to you. And also the little screenshot of things that you told Salah to say. Scripted, planned out. You trying to carry on this fantasy of he loves me so much. No. What did you say before? You said all he has to do is fake love me and I will give him the world. Translation, he just had to pretend to love me and I'll give him a paycheck. And that's what Salah's been doing. He's been playing out a role, a part, because he's getting paid or compensated somehow. So he is fake loving you, but he will never really love you.
You don't know me by now? If you don't know me by
Don't sing, you big fool. Don't do it. I'm so not in the mood, girlfriend. I have a headache. I don't want to hear your singing. I really, really don't.
now.
Stop it. Nope.
But I am psycho. Yeah, I am psycho.
Yeah, I will agree with you there. No argument.
For sure. For sure. But it's not funny. It's like 1 minute I'm laughing, 1 minute I'm like think I'm losing my mind. What do you think this turban looks like?
That's because you don't know how to live with yourself and conduct yourself. You got all these messy emotions and you'd have no sense of self-control, no impulse control, nothing. You know, you're just in your mind, mentally, emotionally, you're running helter-skelter. Stand still and deal with yourself.
Like on top of this hijab. I'm in a weird mood. You will never, ever, ever know me. Everyone has their ups and downs. Yeah. I was freaking out. I thought it was over. So I couldn't handle it. Cupid psycho. No, I really couldn't handle it. Love makes us do and say stupid things. So I
Look at her. She is so high. You guys looking at her eyes? Her eyes are blasted. She's been high as a kite ever since she got back from Kuwait. And what have I said about her getting high? This is my opinion, my theory here. Again, I have no receipts. I think she's not only doing the green stuff, she's doing the white stuff. And the white stuff is really not helping her mood swings because she'll be euphorically happy and have energy to do multiple live streams a day. But then the horrible, horrible mood swings and the crash that comes later is just awful.
I appreciate you guys who reached out to us to try to mediate, but
Why do people have to mediate? It's no one's place to step in between a couple and mediate. If you and Salah, if you guys really are a couple, which I don't think you are, but let's just say for a minute that you were, You're newly married and you don't know how to talk to each other. Honesty and trust and communication are key to a good relationship. If you guys can't talk to each other and work your stuff out without help, you're in trouble already.
Being human makes us do. Thank you, Blackzillion. Sweet but psycho with Salah on the keyboard. Grumpy Grouch. Hi, everybody. I was freaking losing it, guys. I thought my life was over. Like, not my life was. Well, yeah. Because, like, I really love this man. Actually, she.
No, you love the idea of him. You love the fantasy of him. And I'm going to say something really, really harsh, Chantal. But it's the truth. And sometimes truth is harsh. You are a 38-year-old woman. Are you making good money on YouTube? Yes, but that's all you have is a paycheck. You have nothing else. You have no outside of YouTube life, no hobbies, no interests, no friends. There's nothing you're involved with. Your health is terrible. Your finances are terrible. You have nothing else but that check. And you have this fantasy in your head of being with a younger, good-looking guy. You want that Instagram model guy, and Salah is as close to that fantasy as you found. You want the fantasy. You want the fantasy to be your reality, and it's not even your reality. You're having to pay him to talk to you, to be around you, to be involved with you. You're renting a fantasy is what you're doing. But here's the harsh reality. You're someone, you're not interested in taking care of yourself. You're not interested in bettering yourself. You're not interested in resolving your issues and addictions. Do you honestly think that anyone, regardless of age or gender, that is looking for a partner is going to be attracted to and attach themselves to someone that doesn't give a crap about themselves, that's a total mess, and is not willing to fix it? No. No, they're not. No person with even half a lick of sense is going to do that. You have this impossible fantasy. You think that you can just be a mess and be vulgar and be gross and be offensive, and you're going to find some magic person in the world that's going to love you and praise you for that and want to be with you for life. And how can you sit there and want to attach yourself to a much younger man, and at the same time, you're eating and eating and eating and binging to where anything could happen to you tomorrow or next week? So you say you want a life with Salah, but are you doing what you need to do to preserve your life so you can have many days and weeks and years with this man? No. No, you're not.
Did that for views or attention just because of her impulsiveness. And you know me now, Salah. You're so impulsive. What the hell? It's a problem. Like, how do you fix that? I need therapy for sure. I can't afford therapy. It's so expensive.
Oh, no excuses. No excuses. I'm sure that if you got on your phone, there are many websites, many links you could look up where you can do counseling via Zoom or Skype or something that are a lot cheaper. You can schedule some kind of therapy session. There has to be something out there. There always is. It's not that the help isn't there. It's not that the resources aren't there. It's just that you don't want to go and use them. You don't want to be fixed. You want to have something to completely bitch about and complain about and exploit for views and money. You're making money off of all your issues and your addictions. So your way of thinking is, if the formula isn't broke, don't fix it. And part of the formula is part of you being broken.
I'm kidding. You would find a way to pay for things that are important to you, I know. You're my therapy. Salah knows our girl. He does. I'm on meds.
The wrong kind, the green kind, and the green don't fix everything.
The last video that you never said that. She said you deleted it. I think I need to go say I'm sorry, right? What? If it was BS, then she would give Amber Heard acting lessons. No. Obviously, people are going to think I'm faking everything. They always do.
Well, that's because you do.
She's super impulsive. Trust us, we know. Hey, golden girl. No, love story? Who's in it? This is bananas.
So I got a question of you VIBs. Are you enjoying the ride so far? Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying this roller coaster ride? Up, down, up, down, up, down. Are you enjoying it? Because I would imagine you don't. Little word of warning. It's only going to get worse. You go on Chantal's channel, you get in her chat. This is what you have to look forward to. Up, down, up, down, up, down. 1 minute nice, 1 minute nasty. Back to apologizing for being nasty. Be nice for a minute, go back to being rude. More of this to come, I promise you.
We all know you're impulsive, so I don't get why everyone was like, is not okay, etc., as if none of us fight with our husbands. When you're really in love, you act crazy sometimes. Yes, Sam, exactly, Blacks. I know her now. Okay. Well, honestly, fights kind of help you realize things about each other, like that you didn't know. Like, okay, so I know you don't like this. This makes you feel a certain...
And I'm going to say it. I think Chantal goes at it with whoever she's with, because just like with her VIBs online, there is emotional manipulation. She's an abusive person. She has said that. She's admitted that. She has said she has an anger problem, which has gone unchecked. She's not sought out therapy or counseling for that. And so abusive people like Chantal, abusers like to test the boundaries of whoever their victims are. So she was always testing the boundaries with her own VIBs, seeing how far she can push them before she's pushed them too far. Now she's doing it to Salah. This guy is around her, he's in her orbit, and they had a fight. And in the middle of the fight, she says to him, "Do you love me?" That's her testing the boundaries. How far can I push him before I pushed too far? So there was a fight, and in the middle of the fight, she's testing him. How far can I push him? What else can I get away with? She's always testing that with everybody around her.
Certain way. Stiper 23. What kind of vampire bees are ready set bees? I feel like I got mad at him for being upset with me. Like that's also something stupid. I should be validating his feelings as well.
Well, from what I understand, you called him a coward. You said some very insulting things about him. Of course he's going to get mad at you. What response were you expecting? You got to understand, Chantal, not everybody's like Pete's. Pete is a doormat. You broke him down to where he is now your doormat. But some people are not doormats. You say nasty things to them, they're going to say nasty things right back, and they're going to walk away.
Very crazy over dinglings? No. Just Missy and I have been together over 17 years. Have you guys have any really, really bad fights? You don't have to tell us. Upset because you're high again. What? Well, you must also tell you love her double as much as you do. After some time, I won't need to as much when she gains more confidence. But that's not right. Maybe I'm too needy because of
You are needy. And you're needy because you have no sense of self-worth. You invest your self-worth in other people. So just by doing that alone, your self-worth is compromised. Because if you put your self-worth in anything other than yourself, if that person ever walks away, there goes your self-worth with it. Do you see that, Chantal? Do you understand that? See, this is where you mess up by putting down older people. Sometimes older people, they've got the knowledge, they've got the wisdom, they've been around, they know things. This is where, instead of putting down older people, you should talk to a few and learn from them, because you're almost 40 years old and you still haven't gotten that. And I do get that. I got the knowledge, I got the wisdom. Hi over here. Hi. Yeah, 52, and I'm smarter than you, more experienced than you. I learned some hard lessons in life. Some of my lessons came wrapped in sandpaper, and those are lessons that you never want to learn again. You get it the first time. But you over there, an entire mess, wrapping your self-worth around other people. And because of that, it makes you clingy, it makes you insecure, it makes you jealous, it makes you afraid. Speaking of jealous, a little tip for you or anyone else who might be listening. Do you know what jealousy is? Jealousy is it's a combination of a couple of emotions, one of which is fear. Jealousy is actually fear. Jealousy is a person being afraid of losing something or someone. You're actually afraid. It's anger and fear, and the two of those are bad best friends. You can't let those things hang out together. You can't let them have coffee. You can't let them text each other. You got to get rid of both of them. Because those two best friends inside of you will wreak havoc, like it's always done with you. Yet you let them live together, play chess together, and they dominate you.
I don't know. Girl sip, yeah. You're in a fight with Salah? No, I was basic. We had a first kind of couples fight, and I misinterpreted. I freaked out over some things, and
Yeah, and you know what? As far as the two of you fighting, if a fight actually did happen, you were fighting on an unfair playing field. He said what he said to you in private. You came in online and said what you said to the public. You shouldn't have done that.
yes, but never went to bed angry and always try to step away when things are heated. Aww, that's great. You've never had an angry night apart. Yeah, I can't go to bed either when I'm angry at him. Like, that's why I'm like, I gotta go. I will slap you so hard. Now people are gonna say you're an abuser.
There we go. There's the reaction. So he just said in chat, that screenshot that I showed you guys earlier, saying that when she comes to Kuwait, he's going to slap her. What true DV victim would have that reaction? This from the woman who said that when a guy touches her face, she flinches. Although we've seen Salah touch her face and she didn't flinch, she didn't look afraid, she blushed. So that's why I call her a fake, phony, victim for pay, victim for views. What she said happened to her never happened. It was just a topic to exploit for money. She was exploiting the pain that other people have been through, because people in her chat that have been through it, they felt a sort of kinship or sympathy for her, and they gave her lots and lots of money. She made thousands of dollars off of talking about those topics and acting like a victim when she really wasn't one.
You always say that, and then you never slap. A plus. I don't think he realizes people take that serious. I will slap you so hard. He always says that, never does.
What? What? He always says that. He always says that. And you're okay with that?
We're crazy. I think I'm crazy. I think I drive people crazy.
You do.
Big yikes. I don't know. He meant on the butt, right? Chantal's love arc, member for 3 months.
You don't know? I would think, as someone who's been through allegedly DV, you might want to find out. especially before you go moving your big old self over there and leaving everything behind. Don't you think it's something that would be worth investigating?
It rubs the lotion on its skin. What? You're sorry, Mish. It's kind of joking. Why are you people so serious? Yeah, I know. He never slaps me. You guys would know. If I told you this, you don't think I would freak out if he smacked me? I told you when what's his face smacked me over octopus, so don't worry about it.
And you know what? That was probably fake. And I'm sorry if I'm triggering anybody watching this video. If you've been through DV or SA, I'm sorry if any of this kind of talk triggers you, but it is a topic on the table. And I just have my thoughts. But I'm trying to handle everything in a very respectful way. And I'm not going to go off. But I just want to bring this up, something that happened. I'm going to take everybody back for a second. When Chantal was first seeing Natter, I remember a lot of live streams she did where she would come home after being with Natter and she had bruises all over her chest. She wasn't trying to hide them. She wasn't upset about them. As a matter of fact, she was rather proud of herself and saying they were from rough, intimate play. So isn't it strange, odd, and unusual that it started off where she was happy to show off those bruises and they were done in a consensual way. And then suddenly they became abuse when she was mad at him.
I would tell you, what is my life? Oh my gosh, I need to get offline. Married people do this, yeah. Don't hang on like every little word, right? Anyways, I was so distracted, I made a little diagram or something with my pens. Disagreements are normal. You talk to one another. Fighting and going low is not healthy. Coming from someone happily married. Yeah. DV is no joke. I know, I am.
And another tip, Chantal, for a good relationship. If you got a problem with your partner, you should talk to your partner about it. You don't go run directly to strangers to talk about it.
Too fat, Judy. Feel what hurt you in the past or you will bleed on those who didn't cut you. Yeah, that's true, Rhonda. Thanks, TM. I'm sorry to freaking be so confusing, guys. Like, for real. Bickering happens. Welcome to the married life. Don't use love as a weapon. Yeah, true. Baby, you can never even allude to anything like that. I'll freak out. She does want slaps just on that. My husband and I, when we first started dating, I threw a plate of food at him. I was 22 and I felt that he just couldn't love me. Now it's been 13 years. Wow.
Wow. So some of your chats confessing that they threw a plate at their husband and this is healthy behavior?
Yeah, people can do crazy things, you know.
Doesn't make it right.
I agree.
2 wrongs don't make a right. You ever hear that, Chantal? 2 wrongs don't make a right.
Hall and Co. Welcome to Verport Beaches. Race at Bees. Babe, where are you, babe?
You know, I don't know what's going on with Chantal these days, but I'm noticing the same things happening that used to happen before. The messing around with the nose, blowing up the nose. She's constantly yawning. What is going on with you, Chantal? Is it because you're doing too many party favors and it's keeping you up and you can't sleep?
King Deezer is here to stay forever. Poor Harry is worried. I paid for membership to let you know my husband is from another country and we met online. We have been together 25 years and have 4 kids. Oh my gosh, congratulations. Where's your husband from? That's awesome. Gives me hope. I can't go through this again with anyone else. Like, I would just be, my heart would just be dead, I think.
You said the same thing about Natter.
Oh my gosh, why does God try us this way? Hi, Rhonda. Hi. Well, thank you.
You know, I'm never going to call Chantal by her new name, Miriam. If I do call her Miriam, it's not going to be that way. I'm going to separate it into two words. Marry, like marry him. MARRYEM. Because that's all she tries to do is find a man who will marry her. So it's not Miriam, Miriam.
Harry needs therapy. Love arc. That was not healthy, by the way, and he got amazing counseling. And we prayed together, and also a couple that prays together stays together. The plate was styrofoam. Okay. Yeah.
Look at her. Did you see how many times she's messed around with her nose? Chantal, can you be any more obvious that you're doing the cocoa? Can you be any more obvious? I'm not buying this crap of being jet lagged. How can a person who is jet lagged sit there and do hours and hours and hours and hours of live streams and talking if you're jet lagged? It's been a few days. If you were jet lagged, it's over now. You can stop with that nonsense of I'm jet lagged. No, girl, you're not.
Salah and I pray together when I'm there. Chantal, never say things you don't really mean. It hurts the other person. Yeah, true. I have to take ownership too. I said some very nasty, hurtful things that probably just really hurt him and triggered him to say something mean also, you know?
And I'm wondering why she did that. I mean, from everything we see on camera, he's nice to her, right? He's a gentleman. So what would prompt you to say nasty things to Salah? Now, I can understand you going back and forth with Matter because you gave it to him. He'll give it right back. You're nasty to him. He's going to be nasty to you right back. I haven't seen Salah say or do anything rude to you. So what would prompt you to be nasty and rude to him? Seriously, what? Because it was a paid arrangement and maybe he reminded you it's a paid arrangement and you got upset with that? Isn't that what happened with Motorcycle Guy? Or was it Mr. Coffee Guy? There's so many made up guys I can't keep count, but there was one guy you were seeing. Was it that guy that was married? A couple of guys actually. That they reminded you it was just a fling. It's just fun. And you went off on them. You got very sour about it. Maybe that's what happened with you and Salah. He just reminded you of the truth. It's a paid arrangement. It's a business transaction. And you didn't want to hear it. And you got angry.
Like couples argue and fight. That's just for the trolls, right? I threw a knife at my hubby in a temper tantrum, missed him, but that was 30 years ago. He still brings it up.
What is it with these people in her chat? One person was saying they threw a plate at their husband, and this woman is saying she threw a knife. I'm getting a picture of what her audience is because like attracts like. So if she's an unbalanced person, maybe she's attracting unbalanced people to her chat. You don't throw plates at your husband. You don't throw knives. This is not cool. But of course, anybody who's done that kind of behavior, they're going to excuse anything that Chantal does or has done.
You threw a knife? Yikes. Down under, he still brings it up. Well, yeah. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, you'll be just fine. Let the reactors speculate. They will just direct attention your way and hello. Missy Moo. No, I mean, like, whatever. Whatever. I am too impulsive for my own good. That's why I have so many reactors. I'm sure I'm friggin' crazy. Whatever. They're all worse than me.
Wrong. Look, none of us are perfect. I'm not saying that any reactor, any person in the world is perfect. Nobody's perfect. We've all done things we regret, we have remorse for. But nobody's asking you to be perfect, Chantal. You're the one that came on YouTube and decided what your content was going to be. You decided on your own, unpressured, that you wanted to make content based around being a train wreck and drama and lies and ridiculous story arcs. You did that, ma'am. All we're doing is reacting to your content. Nobody forces you to be any sort of way or live any sort of life. So whatever your life is, it's not our fault. We're just here to give our commentary. Have you ever watched football? You see those guys sitting on the sidelines with their headphones on, giving their commentary? That's kind of what we do. We're just watching the game, and we're doing a play-by-play for people who want to follow it. That's it.
I think, yeah. Most of y'all need to leave these jacked up abusive relationships. Who? That 7-year itch is no joke, and me and my husband almost didn't make it, but we realized the love we have for each other is rare and special. Should I have shared that? Of course, blacks. Never. You guys should never feel embarrassed or ashamed to share anything. Okay, give me a minute. Loving someone in another country is so hard. Your heart is forever split while apart. It's just that, thank you, you're right. It's just I miss him so much, and I think I'm going nuts. And then in the meantime, I have so many things like I know a lot of people think that everything is not real and our marriage is not real, but like it is, and I really love him and I really miss him. And
No, you don't love him. Because if you love your partner, you don't work overtime to figure out ways to control them and manipulate them and hold them hostage to where they can't go out and live and be around friends and family and not have their own interests. That's not love. That is you just trying to find someone to cling to and not let go. Chantal, listen to me. I've been married twice. And my second husband, at the time, we had a long distance relationship. We were 3,000 miles apart. But despite that, I trusted him. And even when I went to go live with him in California, once a year, he would go to this thing called the NAMM show, which happens once a year in LA. And he would stay overnight. He would stay for 3 days. I never blew up his phone. I never bothered him. I trusted my husband. And I would simply say, have a good time. I'll see you when you get back. And I enjoyed the free time alone while he was gone. I kept myself busy. You, on the other hand, you could never do that. You could never just leave somebody alone for a few days and go do your own thing. But love is not about holding somebody hostage to where they even have to have your permission just to breathe. That's why you're not good for a relationship. You don't believe in equal time. You don't believe in equality. You don't believe in freedom. You believe in just let me cling on to somebody to where they can't escape. You are essentially a black widow spider. And black widow spiders, after mating, they eat the males. That's you. You're a black widow spider.
it's making me crazy, like more than I realized, being away from him. And everything negative is just blah here. Everything I have to do is negative, 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 you know. Just feel like I'm disappointing everyone in my life, and it's just such a bad feeling sometimes. I try to protect myself with like thinking, oh well, you know, you just have to get through it. But oh no, Fat Judy, come up here. Excuse me, Choo free. Thank you, thank you. We call Salah a robot in the moment he's trying to be human and just talk. They run with the narrative, oh, he's phobic, ableist, racist. Let them think what they want about him. I know him, and I threw a beer bottle at my boyfriend. It's okay, Chantal and Salah, your marriage gives your actors' lives meanings. Yeah, I gave.
Pardon me. That's also wrong. See, her VIBs, they've been brainwashed. They're so admiring of Chantal, they want to gloss past all the lies and manipulation and throw shade on the reactors, and that's not going to happen. We don't live for Chantal. We have lives off of YouTube and we go live them. She doesn't. She literally lives on YouTube. She lives for the character Foodie Beauty that she created. We can easily find other people to cover, other things to do. We're all busy people. But of course, the VIPs want to pump her up, so here we are.
Gave FFG a whole entire Saturday night involving herself in someone else's relationship, as usual. So
you know what? Frenchie's over there. If she wants to react to you, she can react to you. And whenever she reacts to you, I'm sure she does very well as far as making money. So, hey, she's making her money. Why are you hating?
Beautiful to see you smiling. Thank you, Mary. You're cute. Crazy, but you're cute. They cancel each other out. Thank you, Elizabeth. I threw a toaster while my husband was in the tub. Relax, guys. This blue pot. What were you jealous of? We won't talk about that. Sometimes negative disagreements become a strong.
Oh, wait, what was that? Somebody asked her, what were you jealous of? And she said, we won't talk about that. So you were jealous of something. What were you jealous of? Was your jealous, insecure mind going into wicked places? Were you imagining him talking to other women? Is that why you're in such a hurry to get back to Kuwait? Because that's the only way you feel secure, is keeping track of him like a warden?
Positive vibes relation. Yeah, like now you know what makes me freak out and become psycho, right, babe? And you'll never do it again. And then I know what makes you upset, and then I'll never do it again for you. Because I don't want to ever hurt you because I love you.
So basically, she's kind of issuing an emotional threat that if he doesn't answer the phone, and if he's not there whenever she wants to talk to him, that she's going to freak out and she's going to come online and expose her freak out. That's emotional manipulation right there. Right there. And if you don't make me angry, then I won't act this way. Emotional manipulation. Holding the fact that she's got a YouTube channel and an audience over his head and saying, you better not make me mad or you know what's going to happen.
Toto Moto, welcome to Very Important Music. Risha Bees. Fat Judy, what's that other person who had a weird life on here? You have to learn that you deserve to be loved. You deserve to be loved and have something beautiful. Thank you, Hall. That's nice for you to say. Don't tell someone you don't love them. Yeah, he didn't come out and say those words exactly, but yeah, Goro sip. Chantal, could you and Salah do a panel one night? Maybe.
Not likely. And I'll tell you why. It's not because he doesn't have a computer. He does. It's the fact that if she did a panel, she would have to go on StreamYard or Streamlabs. And as I just showed you earlier, StreamYard doesn't have any filters. So for that reason, she will never do a panel, because then she would have to show what she really looks like.
Well, you know, whenever you're like, somebody's really angry. Like, what did you say, babe?
Stop messing around with your nose, you cocoa fiend. Good Lord. Messing with the nose. Lay off the powder, Chantal. Stop powdering your nose, girl.
Babe, they know his name, I think. Wouldn't be surprised if it camps out in the airport, probably. Yeah. I still want to see FFG's man. She wants to talk this on site with Chantal. Have an on site kiss with your man. Show us the real boy. Pinocchio knows. Yeah, like we fight and everything, but at least I have somebody. You win.
At least I have somebody. Yeah, because you paid him $9,000 of your money. That's why you have somebody, but you don't really have them. You're just renting them. And you're not even renting to own, girl. You're just renting them for the time being. Rental losers are really expensive. And yes, I'm calling him a loser because a person who lives off of another person, especially someone as vile as Chantal, with nothing except for a paycheck, that's a loser to me. You're a loser. To hook onto something this toxic for the sake of a paycheck. Loser. Loser. You're not even renting to own Chantal. You'll never own him. You're just making payments for what?
Wish. FFG's so bummed you didn't break up. Yeah, I know. They're all over there like, oh, damn it. Sorry. If you want your relationship to work out, you can't use your relationship as leverage ever. The relationship should never be on the table every time you argue. Yes, exactly, babe. We can't be like, yeah, well, I'm breaking up with you, because we know that's not going to happen. So,
Well, what did you do? You're sitting there arguing with Salah, and in the middle of a fight, you say, "But do you love me?" So you weren't using leverage at that moment? I think you were. You were making him angry, you were saying hurtful things, and then trying to use the fact that there might be some emotion in you as leverage, as a weapon to test the boundaries of whether he's going to walk away or not.
we have to try to work it out in a more mature way. You're right.
Well, that's going to be impossible because you're not mature. If you are an immature person, how could you work things out in a mature way?
You know what I mean? He probably fell asleep. It's 6 a.m. there. Despite the haters, FFG and her mob fam, but she didn't do ish at the fashion show, but smile like a giddy fan. Stop meowing, it's cringy. Is this what it's called? Should screw with the reaction channels all night, and an hour from now come back on and say it's over again. I know they know his name, but
okay, I'm just going to say this real quick. Anybody out there, if Chantal does a stream in the future saying that she and Salah are done, if you're wondering, how can we tell if she's faking the funk or if it's real? Go all the way back to when she was mad at Natter. I mean, really, really mad, really angry. We've seen her really, really angry. Think about that real anger and how she acted. If her and Salah were really to be over, she would absolutely lose her mind. She'd be yelling and screaming and pulling out all the stops because that's who she is. The more angry you make her, the more she's going to pull out all the stops, and she's going to go over that red line, and she's going to do the absolute most to hurt you. What happened last night was she said, it's over, but she was laughing. If you're really angry about a breakup, you're not going to be laughing. You won't be laughing. She was laughing. So if she dares to come online at some point and say things are really over between us, look for that real anger without the laughter. Look for her really blowing all the way up. Look for her saying, after everything I've done for him, I did this, I did that, and this happened and that happened. That's when you're going to know it's really over. If she's angry, but she's not going as far as she could go, it's fake. It's fake. She's pulling all the way back because she's not going over the line. She still wants things to work. Just like her and Nat are going at each other, even now. She'll say things about him, he'll say things about her, but neither one of them will go over that red line and strike each other. And they're doing it on purpose because they're drumming up views and drumming up drama and drumming up money. They stop at a certain point. They'll bicker back and forth, but they're not really letting all the way go. So just want to add that in there. Because sometimes with Chantal, she'll come online, she'll play act like she's mad, it's over, blah, blah, blah. But she stops herself at a certain point. So when you watch Chantal, watch for that true anger. Watch for it. Because it's in there, and if something happens, it will come out.
His life in FaceTime. Oh. No, they were making a joke, babe, am I mad that, because, yeah, they don't know that you FaceTime them. I think they're just being trolls. Hey, Diego! Jeez, stay mad. Also, you can't cry like that, Chantal. You broke my heart. Sorry.
That was some fake crying, and I clocked that a mile away. Sitting there taking the tissue and jamming it into her eyes to make herself cry. I clocked you, girl. Clocked it.
Sorry. FFG is legit whining that you didn't end it with him. I know, right away she gets all freaking horny and fires up a live stream. I told ya! I told ya! I told you so! Like, go on a date with your boyfriend. You criticize our dates all the time that we've been on many on our channel. Go on, but the only date you've been on your channel is a crappy sky wheel that Naturd and Doodoo went on with Just Saying. Nice date. Like, you have some.
Really? So you're going to criticize a woman going out with another woman and having fun. What's wrong with that? You ought to try it sometime, having a woman friend, if anybody will friend you, given how awful you are. What is wrong with two women just going out and having a good time? There's nothing wrong with that. It's healthy. You know, sometimes you just want some girl time, just like sometimes the guys want their guy time, you know, hang out, chill. But according to you, you can't have a good time unless you're a woman, you go out with a man. Hell, you could go out and have fun by your doggone self. I've done it plenty of times, Chantal. You should try it. It's great. It's great to get out and do things by yourself sometimes. But you're criticizing FFG for hanging out with Just Saying? At least she has friends. You don't.
Nerve lady. I did watch the Yo Mama video of the sweats, yeah. Shout out to the biggest fan of all, French fried cigarettes. You would love to buy a Nintendo Switch? Okay. She doesn't have anyone to have marital fights with besides her phony ponytail. Sorry. I can be a bitch. I get why people don't like me. Too bad. What do you want?
Pardon me. Are you not a newly reverted Muslim woman? Why are you using curse words? Haram.
A hug for being a biatch for years towards me? Screw you. Right, babe?
You know, if Chantal's going to act this way, if she's going to curse, if she's going to gossip, I really wish she would just dress in regular clothing and stop this nonsense of being a newly reverted Muslim woman. It's offensive. To all the good Muslim people, it's offensive. Chantal, if you're going to be this gross, have some decency and respect for those who are part of that faith. Take off the abaya. Take off the hijab. You know in your heart of hearts you are not a Muslim woman. You're not really into the Muslim faith. You could care less about it. Have some respect for the Muslim people that way.
Yeah, 3L. Getting drunk and skipping out on paying rent. Mild bro. Sorry. Baby?
And is it me? I don't know if I'm mistaken or not. Y'all, if I'm wrong, let me know that I'm wrong. Has she not been wearing that same outfit for the last few days? It all looks the same to me. I don't know if she has like a head covering and an abaya that looks exactly like that. I don't know if she has more than one copy, but it just seems like she's wearing the same thing over and over. Does she ever change clothes?
Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom and get a drink, and I went and got a drink. And I went to the washroom. I said I was going to the washroom, didn't I? Sorry, I took this off because I'm just readjusting it. But I have a hijab on, like. Honestly, Sam's cat hair is everywhere all over my stuff, even though I just washed it.
You never used to complain about the cat hair before.
Baby, I love you very much, so I'm sorry about this all. I'm really sorry, and I don't mean to laugh, but I'm probably mentally ill, so.
It took her 25 minutes to apologize.
I don't know.
And why wouldn't you do this in private? Why do this publicly? You can't apologize to him in private? It would have been more sincere.
Hi. I'm embarrassed. I don't know what to say. Sam. We all need attention from you. Really? Oh, cool. Throat burp. Stop it. Whatever. So is that settled then? You guys have enough explanation? I just impulsively freaked out when we had a fight, and I promised not to do it again.
You had a fight and you decided to punish him by coming online and revealing the fight and talking about it when you should have kept it private. This was you punishing him. The same thing you did with Natter. If Natter made you angry, this is how you punished him, by public humiliation and degradation and getting sympathy and super chats.
Snow Kitty, thank you. At the fashion show where you can't put your own shoes on and you make fun of my weight. Like this, I don't get to understand that. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. All foods consumed at McDonald's comply with halal requirements. No way.
I don't believe that.
Yeah. She is a freak. McGuns ASAP. I'm trying to think what I want to eat. Bella? Ain't no Bella? You better not get on my nerves. I ain't got time for you. Look for me. Speaking of laundry detergent, what kind do you use? Tide right now. McDonald's being held so much, baby.
Let's see if she says anything else that's interesting.
I just had to change it around.
She's still eating. Next.
Like on You Know Who for revenge porn, obviously.
Oh, wait, what?
Is Blue Eyeshadow
Oh.
stepdaughter? That's who you remind me of, the fat stepdaughter lady. Dinner? I don't know. You had a wild life. He's probably cheating. Oh, Sarah, he's probably cheating on you? What? No, don't wish that. Sarah, mashallah, I'm so happy for you, actually. No fat stepson. Oh, Missy! At least, yeah, it looks like she showered. Did you ever have fights about modesty? Not fights, but, you know, if something... I have to learn, like, being modest from the type of messy person I was. So hard.
You know what, Chantal? If you want to learn about modesty, start with your mouth. Putting on a piece of clothing is simple. Learning to control your mouth is a lot harder, obviously. Give that a try.
10 years of no arguments, sure, Jan. Lying like Black Stallion said. Doesn't even sound like you're in a relationship. I'm kidding. If you're not in a relationship, there's nothing wrong with that. People mistake that for... I'm specifically picking on FFG about that when I say that. Because
you know what, Foodie? Can I just enlighten you to something? Maybe something you're not thinking about. Do you realize, as much as you hate French Fry Girl, do you realize, ma'am, that every time you talk about her, every time you bring her up, every time you spout hate about her, which is every live stream, do you realize that you're promoting her channel? Do you realize that you're helping her channel to grow? Because you can't talk about somebody without people in the audience saying, who is this person? And checking out their channel. And if they go to the channel and they like what they hear, they become new subs. And those new subs might be prompted to send a super chat or a super sticker. So if you really hate Frenchie, you'll stop promoting her, you fool. But go ahead, go promote Frenchie some more. Every single live stream that you talk about her. So you hate the fact that she gets a lot more people in chat than you do. And she gets a lot more engagement. And you hate the fact that she's got, what, 3 channels now? Plus a Twitch, plus merchandise, doing all the things that you should have done long ago. She's got all these things that you don't have. And you allegedly hate her. And yet You promote her every chance you get. Where's the dunce cap in your room? Wherever it is, go put it on because that's what you are, a dunce. You're stupid. So stupid. I hate you, but I'm going to help your channel to grow. I hate you, but I'm going to talk about you and get more people on your channel and get more people curious about you because let's face it, a lot of the people that watch you, they hate watch you. And I know that doesn't matter to you because it doesn't matter if somebody hate watches you or they watch you because they like you. It's still a view. Same thing with the super chats. If somebody sends you a super chat where they're yelling at you or praising you, it's still money in the bank either way. But you're not so smart. You're not smart at all. This person you say you don't like, you are promoting them. You're helping their channel to grow. And you know what? I love that for you. I absolutely adore that for you. That you're promoting your enemy. You're promoting your enemy. You're helping them get more people. Oh my goodness, you're just not getting it through your head.
Because this wonderful human being has the nerve to comment on my marriage, like for 6 hours a day. And you're going to tell me that's not harassment?
Nah, she's just making her money. Same as you, doing like 6 live streams in a row. Yesterday, I was exhausted because of you and everything else I had to do. I was just flat out tired. You sitting there doing 6 live streams in a row yesterday. Wearing me out, woman, wearing me out. I was done. And you're angry because in one live stream, Frenchie gets more people and probably makes more money in one live stream than you do in 6. So stay mad.
We'll find out about that. We'll let others decide. Like, there's actual laws against it. I found out about that whenever I called the cops on someone else.
Yeah, you know what the police probably told you? There's nothing we can do, ma'am. There's nothing we can do. She's not doing true harassment. She's not coming to your house. She's not doxing you. She's just reacting to you. There's nothing that they can do. So all this tough talk of I'm going to go the cops on FFG, just cut it out. You're sounding stupid. If something could have been done, it would have been done. But you know there's not. So drop it.
Actually, I have a valid reason for calling the cops on people. I don't like to do it. Like,
You a lie. You have no valid reason other than your own sense of bitterness and wrath. You want to take up resources that should go to other things and use it to play out your wrath on somebody. I'm mad at you, so I'm going to do something. You take up the time of medical resources when you go to the ER for nonsense reasons. Then you're going to try to use the legal system to get back at somebody. Just stop that. Stop it.
on you know who for revenge porn, obviously. Is blue eyeshadow modest? No. Makeup is not really, But there's some things I will obey more than others right now. Marriage is work, yeah. And you know what? Salah is definitely worth it because, yeah, we had this stupid slip up fight. I'm under a lot of emotional strain. I think I really am insecure as well. And I'm really dealing with a lot of more emotional stress from what I went through with Chef Sharktooth. Whoa, that's a good one! Chef Sharktooth. Anyway, sorry. I really.
Not this one making fun of everybody else's teeth. Not to be rude, Chantal, but you don't exactly have the best tooth situation right now. Your teeth need a lot of work. And what's really sad is that you're making that kind of money, you could easily fix up your teeth and make them healthy, but you're not.
Ugh. Morgan Ellsbury, welcome to Room Permission Recipes. Every time my husband refuses to get me pizza, it sounds very much like I don't love pizza. So, anyways, you know it's you, babe.
Oh no. No, no, you're not gonna sing that song from Styx. I'm a child of the 70s. Do not disrespect my music. Don't do it.
What's that song from that one movie? We're talking about FFG trying to depict everything about Chantal's marriage, but yet has a man that she's tending to. No, ma'am, relationships are a lot of work. Right, I'm sorry, but why are you going live 6 hours out of the day to friggin' talk about?
She's making her money. That's why. Same as you. Why do you go live 6 hours a day, 10 hours a day? Same reason. Because you have no other job. Not saying FFG doesn't work, she does. But this is your only source of income. That's why you're constantly live. You're depending on the people to support you.
About me and my relationship. You're creepy and weird. Especially when you look how you do.
You're creepy and weird. You get one spat with Salah and you run to the internet and just put all your business out there. That's creepy and weird and manipulative.
Okay, go watch Yo Mama's video called Sweats. Like, I didn't even see those busted shoes. And this woman comes from my Skechers. Hello.
Yeah, I saw your Skechers. You know what I say to those? What are those?
Good night, Holland. Thanks for joining, by the way. Order pizza. You know what? I'm not going to order. I have a lot of snacks downstairs we can pig out on.
You know, remember what I said earlier about, I think Chantal, like her, this is just a theory. I have no receipts. I think because of how things played out with the bankruptcy hearing, and maybe certain people are keeping an eye on what she's spending, that's why she's been holding off on getting the food deliveries. You know, because that would require perhaps a debit card or a credit card, and she's just trying to be careful about what's traceable.
Natter doesn't deserve the shark. Shark is strong. He's goblin fish. Yeah, baby. She makes hella money. Yeah.
Yeah, she does. And you don't. Or you do. It's just that you're paying for too many people. That's why you're always online, Chantal. You've got too many people on your payroll and they're all losers and none of them work. You got to support yourself and Pete's and Natter and Dee Dee and now Salah. I mean, whatever you're making on YouTube, it's got to be split up 5 different ways. Plus, you've got your habit with food, which is really expensive, and party favors, which is also really expensive. So, is it any wonder you're always in need of money? You are an addict with different addictions that are expensive, and losers you got to pay for, which is also really expensive. You know, cut the fat off the meat. Get rid of that which does not benefit you, and you'll have a lot more money and you can relax.
Salah, have you slept at all? No, it's so early or late there. By the way, baby, Sabah al Rir. Violet Voss.
I don't care about the makeup.
You guys tell me the lyrics. Have you ever
Oh no, is she gonna sing?
had durian? No, I heard it.
No, don't
Hi,
sing.
Nose Tune. You love my eyebrows today?
Blah blah
Right.
blah.
Yeah, I'm showing support for Berlin.
You know, her putting on her makeup, that's another tell that she's back on the party favors, because whenever Chantal gets high, I don't know what it is, but you know, she just busies herself with putting her makeup on for no random reason. She'll sit there and she'll over put her makeup on, you know, like too much lipstick over and over, too much eyeshadow over and over. You're telling on yourself, Chantal.
With this makeup. I look like the bonhomme de neige. No, I look like the bonhomme de Kuwait women. Some of them have like lip injections and things. So yeah, but a lot wear niqab actually. Anytime you need to yell at a husband, just message me. Okay. And I forget that I'm like with an Arab male. Like, and I know, okay,
I thought that Salah was Syrian.
any woman with an Arab male will agree, I'm sorry, at least 90% have cultural expectations of like the wife role, and not just the wife role, but like a certain level of respect for their man. And me, I'm like, I can be really, really moody and sassy.
So should you be with a man like that, where modesty is something you have to have? You have to be a good person and control your mouth. With you being feral, how would that work?
And I'm not used to that. Like, he's not used to that. You know? So, sorry. Like, doing this. I shouldn't be doing this, but it's so hard to remember, you know? I feel like people wear, like, hijab, especially in Kuwait, as, like, a cultural thing. Most of the men wear dishdasha, depending. I don't hear from him for a while or we don't talk. Like, even though we say what we're going to do, I, like, have to talk to him after a certain amount of time because I feel I really miss him, you know?
No, you're trying to control him. That's why you flip out when you don't hear from him. You call him. You'll call him before he gets up. You know, you're always whining in your live stream. Is he up yet? He's probably sleeping right now. You hate the fact the man has to sleep. You're just not getting it through your head that people have to sleep. Some people aren't up all night doing party favors. Not some people don't stay up till 6 a.m. partying. They have to get their sleep. You resent that. You resent the fact that your guy actually gets his sleep. You don't want him to sleep. You want him to be up till 4 in the morning talking to you and being there for you. And since that's a lovely face you got going on right now, Chantal, I think I'll use that for my thumbnail, if you don't mind. You know, you're so photogenic, I must say. You make some really great thumbnails. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you so much. Here we go. Thank you so much. Let's continue.
I don't like being far away. Can we get...
Oh, you know what? Let me just back it up for a minute because that's a really big thumbnail. I have to make that smaller for it to actually fit. So go ahead.
I don't hear from him for a while or we don't talk. Like, even though we say what we're going to do, I, like, have to talk to him after a certain amount of time because I feel I really miss him, you know?
Okay, perfect. Sorry, guys. I'm making a thumbnail. I'll have to make a thumbnail when this is over, and I need a smaller picture because that would be too big of a picture to put on a thumbnail. Yeah, that works. And can I just say, Chantal, not being catty, you're looking especially swollen tonight, ma'am. Whatever it is you're doing, you need to stop.
I don't like being far away. Can we get Lokma? No. I don't even like it anymore, really, the Lokma.
You liar.
Oh, that's blasphemy. You know what I do like? Banana and peanut butter sandwiches.
And another thing, you can always tell when Chantal's doing the cocoa because she doesn't eat. When she was with Natter and she was doing the party powder, let's call it that, the party powder, she didn't eat very much. That's how she lost, according to her, 70 pounds. She gained it all back, but that was the only time Chantal has lost weight because the party powder, it gives you energy, it makes you feel up. And in her case, since she has a very severe, out of control problem with food, when you do a stimulant like the party powder, or even something not so powerful like, say, caffeine, what happens is it cuts your appetite. You don't feel hungry. So with her problem with food being as severe as it is, she has to have something equally powerful to short circuit those thoughts of food. Otherwise, it's going to lead to binging. So if she's not eating right now, there's a reason why. And it's not because she's not hungry. It's because she's doing some party powder and it's cutting her appetite. Personal opinion, I think she knows that she gained a lot of weight in Kuwait and she's using the party powder to catch up on the money on YouTube and to lose some of that weight.
With milk. Or craft dinner is a halal. Please tell me.
Stubby hands. I do. I want to be with you so bad. Smell vanilla. Hello?
She gonna
More than we're
nope.
hungry enough to care that enough about food because my stomach's topsy-turvy because of my flight today. It was very emotionally draining.
What? Wait a minute. Wait. I'm confused. You guys saw her just a few minutes ago, and now she looks like she's nauseous. What did you do, Chantal? Were you mixing up your cocktail, so to speak? Did you mix your chemicals and now you feel ill?
It made me feel not too well.
You were fine a few minutes ago. What happened?
Up and leave. Yeah.
Look at her.
Exactly. You can leave, but Kuwait will never accept me back. People just come in. You would be amazed how many people want to come already.
You know, I got a feeling she's crossfaded. Just a theory. Theories are allowed. I think she's crossfaded. Maybe she had a little bit of the green and white together to get the benefits of both.
You fight sleep? No. I as CN Tower.
Okay, enough with this. We're almost done anyway. It's already at 2 hours. I think we'll cut it off here. So I want to thank everybody for checking out my React video. If you can, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. And for those that are interested, I'm going to put Malarkey Meter's video in the video description. If you haven't heard of Malarkey Meter, great channel. Check them out. Give them a like. Give them a comment. They certainly deserve it. Thank you so much, Malarkey Meter, for capturing this live because Chantal's an idiot. And she's over there needing money, but yet she deletes half of the lives that are worth something. So thank you again so much. Please go check out Malarkey Meter, y'all. And please have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.